Happy Friday morning. Welcome here at Aura 7 Yoga. Here at Aura 7 Active, we're on Instagram Live every weekday from Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. PST. My name is Francesca and I am the owner and creative director of Aura 7, and I have the pleasure to guide you through today your yoga practice. So when you're ready, make sure you have your props if you need any. Good morning. Some blocks, some strap maybe, and then come to your mats. Okay. So we're going to come to our mat today, and we're going to lay down, soles of the feet down onto the mat, roll all the way down onto the mat, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees to fall out to the side. You can place your hands onto your hips, onto your inner thigh to start to soften that area, encourage that area to start to open up. You can place the left palm onto your heart, the right palm onto your belly to feel the connection with yourself. Or maybe you want to turn the palms up to the ceiling and start the connection with the universe. Whichever feels right today. Maybe you're going to try all three and pick one, whatever feels right. Then close your eyes, soften the eyelids, softening the muscles around the jaw, soften your teeth. Allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of the mouth. Soften the skin around the body. Soften the inner thighs, inner groins, let the knees to fall out to the side. Relax your belly, your chest. And start to relax your mind just simply by shifting the focus to the breath. Just notice the breath when it's there. Instead of changing the pattern and forcing to be something different, just watch it. And as you start to watch your breath, you're going to realize that there's a connection in between your mind and in between your breath. Like a relationship. Your breath calms your mind. Your mind calms your breath. You're going to start to notice longer and longer spaces in between the thoughts. And maybe eventually you're just simply watching the breath. Let everything else go. Wherever you are, open your mouth, create a nice audible exhale, press all the air out from the lungs, empty out the body. Pause at the bottom, hold it there, find that stillness. And slowly start to pull the air in through the nose as you seal the lips, pulling the air deeply into the bottom of the lungs. Hold it there at the top, maybe sipping a little more in, really filling up the lungs all the way to the very top, and you feel like there's no more room whatsoever. Then open your mouth and create a nice slow audible exhale. Out through the mouth, let it out, let it go. One more time, pause. Slow breath in through the nose. Filling up the lungs all the way to the top. Keep sipping more and more air in. A little more. A little more. Holding at the top again. Find that stillness. Just hold the air. Open your mouth. Audible exhale. Let it out. Let it go. Seal the lips. Continue the breath in and out through the nose. Gently turn the head to the right. Turn the head to the left, massage out the back of the skull, do that a couple of times. And reach your arms up and overhead. Reach your toes away from the body. Find a full body stretch, reaching the fingers and the toes away from each other. Lengthen out through the whole spine. Then exhale, hug the knees to your chest. Squeeze it all the way in. Then inhale, reach everything away from each other. Keep the feet lifted, the arms lifted. Exhale, crunch it in, crunch up your knees. Inhale, reach and lengthen even longer. Exhale, crunch up to your knees. Lift up the shoulder blades, pull the knees to your chest. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Keep the shoulder blades and the feet lifted. Exhale, again, crunch it all the way in. Now stay lifted, keep the shoulder blades away from the mat. Reach the arms forward, turn the palms towards each other. Then slowly start to reach your right leg forward as you keep the left knee bent. Then exhale, switch it. And again, exhale, switch. Slowly, 5 more times. Switch. Switch. Pull the belly in, switch. And switch. Now switch, hold it there. Send the right leg to meet the left and hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the back of the skull down to the mat. Lift up the right leg, interlock the hands, steeple grip, release the index finger across your thumbs. Exhale, reach to the outside of the right leg. If this is too much, your hamstring is tight, bend your right leg, reach to the outside of the right knee. Hold it there. See if with the next exhale you can crunch a little higher, or crunch a little higher, maybe a little higher. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come back to center. Crunch to the left side. Right leg is long. Fingertips to the outside of the left knee, or maybe the left leg goes all the way to the ceiling and reaching to the outside of the left ankle. And hold it there. Crunch up a little higher. Crunch up a little higher. Crunch up a little higher. Hold. 3, 2, and 1. Hug the knees all the way into your chest. Grab behind the knees. Rock and roll back and forth onto your mat a couple times. Cross the ankles and make your way into a tabletop, all fours. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders as you spread the fingers. Gaze down, keep the neck long, point the toes back. Pull the belly into the spine and start to drop the belly down. Lift the gaze, lift the tailbone to the sky. Exhale, gaze back to your navel, push the earth away. Again, inhale. Lift up the gaze, drop the belly, lift the tailbone to the sky. And exhale, round, tuck the chin to the chest. Good, then come on back into a neutral tabletop position. Inhale your right leg back behind you. Point, flex the toes, circle out the ankle to the right, to the left. Then point the right toes back. Lift the right leg from the right inner thigh. Draw the right outer hip down to the mat. Straighten out with the right leg. Lift up from your, lengthen out from your lower back. Pull the belly in and lift the left arm up and away from the mat. Bring the bicep to the ear. Hold it here. See if you can lift up from the right wrist, right shoulder, and get longer through the whole body as you pull the belly in and lift the front ribs away from the mat. Deep inhale, exhale, elbow and knee to touch, round. Inhale, reach, length, and get long through the spine. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, reach and lengthen, hold. Then bend your back leg, see the left fingertips back, capture the right foot, start to kick into your palm, lift up your gaze, lift up from the right shoulder, maybe feel a little pinching sensation in your lower back. Deep inhale, exhale, slowly come on back down, hands and knees. Inhale, lift up the gaze, cow. Exhale, gaze back to your navel, cat. And come back to neutral. Lift the left leg up and away from the mat, circle out the ankle, point the toes, flex the feet. Move it around. Point the left toes back. Lift the left leg from the left inner thigh. Roll the left outer hip down. Pull the belly in. Lift up the front ribs. Lift up from the left side shoulder. Keep the engagement in the core. Inhale your right arm forward. Bicep to the ear. Thumb to the sky. Deep, slow inhale. Gazing down at one spot. Lengthen out from the spine. Exhale. Hold it here. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. Bring the elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, reach, length, and get even longer this time. Exhale, elbow and knee to touch. Inhale, slowly come back to extension. Bend your left leg, sweeping the right fingertips back, capture the foot, start to kick into your palm. Lift up from the left shoulder, roll the right shoulder back, kick a little bit more. And then exhale, release. Come on back, all the way onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and lift your knees just an inch away from the mat. Gently round through the upper spine, roll the triceps back, stick the biceps forward. You're like reaching with the sternum, the middle part of the chest forward, keeping the belly strong. Now hold it here, or maybe pick up the right foot, point the right toes back, and round through the spine like you're trying to do a cat pose, pull the knee to your chest. You'll then send the right leg back. Pick up the left foot, point the left toes, and slowly start to draw the left knee into your chest, round through the spine, hold. Send the left leg back. Hold it here, hovering the knees about like an inch over the mat. Your shin bones are parallel to the earth. Your toes are tucked under. Hold it here for 3. Keep deep breath in through the nose. And slowly press back, downward facing dog, hips high to the sky. Pedal out your feet, bending the right knee, releasing the left heel down to the mat. And switch to the other side. Do it a couple times. Find some movements in your hips, in your hamstrings, in your Achilles. Now find stillness in your down dog. Bend your knees slightly. Pull the belly into the spine. Lift the tailbone high. Lift the sit bones all the way to the ceiling. Wrap the tricep muscles down, spin the biceps to the ceiling, create space for your neck as you gently gaze back in between your feet. The muscles in the face are soft. You're pressing the earth away with all 10 knuckles equally. Finding that energy in the body, like you're shooting an energy line from the knuckles all the way to the sit bones, and then there's another energy line from the heels all the way up to the sit bones. Slow, deep inhale. Hold it here, exhale. Then with the next inhale, come on high onto your tippy toes. Lift the heels as high as you can. Exhale, roll the heels all the way to the back right corner of the mat. As you do that, try not to push the right hip out to the side. Keep the hip at center. Keep feeling the body weight in the left and right palm equally. And then come back to center and roll the heels all the way to the left side, keeping the hips high, pressing the earth away with both palms. Inhale back to center. And as you exhale, bend your knees and hover the hips over the heels, keeping the arms strong and straight. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale, press the hips high, downward facing dog. With the next inhale, come on forward into a high plank position. We're going to add a push-up. Keep the elbows pointing towards the back of the mat and slowly start to lower down into your first chaturanga. Maybe you're not going to go all the way down, maybe just a little bend into the elbows. Keep the legs strong and exhale, push yourself back, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, come forward, high plank pose. Exhale, slowly lower down, maybe a little bit lower this time. Press it back into high plank and all the way back into your down dog. Last one. Inhale, come forward, high plank. Exhale, lower down, maybe even more. Maybe the elbows and the shoulders come in one line. Press it back into your high plank and come into your downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Ragdoll Uttanasana. Shift the body weight more into your toe mounts. And then see if you can bring the hips right over the ankles. Bend the knees as much as you need. Maybe separate your feet wider than the hip distance. Keep the feet parallel as much as possible. Grab it onto opposite elbows. Maybe sway the body to the right, to the left. Interlock the hands behind your lower back. Press the palms together. Squeeze the palms. Lift the fists to the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Good. Release the hands down to the mat. Walk all the way out into a high plank position. Top of a push-up. Bring your feet together. Roll to the outside of the right foot. Lift the left arm high to the sky. Pull the belly in, tuck the tailbone under, lengthen out from the spine. Deep inhale. Lengthen all four corners of your neck. Lift up from the right shoulder, right wrist. And then come on back to center. And another chaturanga push-up. Slowly lower down. Shh. Push it back. Of course, it's an option. You can just hold your high plank and go to the other side. Roll to the outer arch of the left foot. Lift the right arm high to the sky. Flexing the feet. Lift the hips high. Lifting up from the left shoulder. Deep inhale. Hold it here, exhale. And come on back to center. And this time you're going to lower all the way down onto our mats. Bring your arms by your side. Turn the palms down, thumbs out. Press into the tops of your feet. Spin the inner thighs to the ceiling. Lift up the kneecaps. Energize through the legs. Press the tops of your feet down to the mat, especially the pinky edge of the feet. Then exhale everything out from your lungs. With the next inhale, lift up the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades, squeeze the glutes, and lift the fingers away from the mat. Now bring the shoulder blades closer together, straighten out through the elbows, turn on the tricep muscles, and slowly lift the legs up and away from the mat, keeping the knees straight, lifting the legs from the inner thighs. Deep, slow inhale, and hold it here, exhale. Interlock the hands behind your back, press the palms together, even the heels of the hands together, squeeze the shoulder blades, then lift the fist away from the glutes, hold it here. Release it down to the mat. Keep the forehead down. Plant the palms next to your floating ribs. Bring the elbows over the wrists. Open up to your fingers. Press into the tops of your feet. Your feet are hip distance apart. Engage your glutes and slowly start to lift it up into your upward facing dog. Hold it there for an extra breath. And exhale. Make your way back. Downward facing dog. Slow deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up the chest. Maybe slide your palms up onto the shin bones. Lean more forward and find a hint of a back bend in this position. And exhale, keep all that length, just fold forward. Bring the forehead down to your shins. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Finding a back bend, go opposite the arms, lift up your heart. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward, come down. Maybe bend your knees, soften. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, step back into high plank pose. Lower down, chaturanga, squeezing the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 breath in your downward facing dog. Focus on the length of the spine, even if you have to bend the knees a lot. Soften the muscles around the face. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up the arms, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. Adding on, inhale, the arms up. Side stretch, reach the right arm down. Lift the left arm up and over, push the hips to the left. Lift the chin away from the chest. Open up on the left side of your body. Inhale, back to center. Palms to touch, gaze up. Exhale, all the way to the left. Push the hips to the right. Lift the chin away from the chest. Come back to center, inhale. Adding a nice back bend, go opposite the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, push the hips forward. Inhale, back to center, exhale, fold nice and deep. Inhale, or the halfway lift. Exhale, when the palms go through your vinyasa, make your way back into a downward facing dog. Good job, all the way back in downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg halfway up, point the right toes down. Level out through the hips. Exhale, pull the right knee to the right tricep, squeeze it all the way in. Then bring it over to the left. And back to the right. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. One more time. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Hold it there. Extend the right leg out to the side. Lift the left arm high to the sky. Push the earth away with the right palm, just like you do in a side plank. Release the left palm down to the mat. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Lift it a little higher. Find a down dog split. Lift the left heel away from the mat. Come on onto your left tippy toes. Engage your right glute. Lift the right leg as high as you can. Then keeping the right leg this high. See if you can lower the left heel down to the earth. Exhale. Pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine. Tuck the chin to the chest. Gaze forward. Step the right leg all the way forward. Low lunge. Seal your back heel down. Warrior one. Inhale, rise up, Virabhadrasana A. Turn the left hip forward, pull the right hip back. Lift up from the waistline, pull the belly in. Reach the energy up into the fingers. Make your back leg as strong as you can, especially press the outer arch of the left foot down to the earth. Now keeping the left leg strong and engaged, see if you can bend your right knee a little bit more. Slow, deep inhale. Exhale, arms by your side, turn the palms forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, and slowly start to lean forward, but keep pulling the right hip back and turning the left hip forward. Finding that nice long line from the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Separate your feet a little wider. Point the right knee all the way forward towards the second toenail. Soften the right inner thigh forward and hug the right outer hip in. Turn the back toes inward, and again, feel the energy in the back of the left foot, the outer arch of the left foot. Soften the shoulders away from the ears, squeeze the tricep and the bicep together, and gently gaze over the right fingertips. Deep, slow inhale, see if you can go a little bit deeper. 3 more breaths here. Maybe a little deeper, back leg is still strong. And flip your right palm, reach forward and reverse your warrior. Find length through the right side body and also through the left side body. Not sinking into your waistline, lifting up from your lower back. Deep inhale and exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. Step back. Holding your high plank pose. Come on down onto your forearms, onto your elbows. Bring the shoulders right over the elbows. Reach with the sternum forward, wrap the triceps back. Feet are together, roll to the outer arch of the right foot. Lift up the left arm to the sky. Squeeze the hips like you have a block in between the inner thighs. Flexing your feet, activating through the legs. Reach the left fingertips to the ceiling, lengthen through all 4 corners of your neck. And come on down, back onto your mat. Forearm plank. Pause there. Bring your feet together, roll to the outer arch of the left foot, and reach the right arm high to the sky. Open through the chest, push down through the left forearm, lengthen through the neck. Good, gently come on back, all the way into that forearm plank position. Walk your toes in towards the elbows, Dolphin Pose. Soften the knees, lift the chest away from the mat. See if you can not touch the mat with the crown of the head. Push into the forearms, and then gaze forward. See if you can lift up both forearms away from the mat and come up into a downward facing dog. Make your way back into your down dog. Deep inhale. Exhale, let it out. Then inhale your left leg up and away from the mat, just halfway pointing the left toes down to the mat. Feel that stretch in your left leg. Exhale, pull the left knee to the left tricep. Lean forward into a high plank position. Touch the left tricep with the left knee. And then slowly bring it over to the right as you exhale. Inhale back to the left. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. Exhale to the right. And keep going. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One last. Inhale and exhale. Hold it there. Extend the left leg out to the side. Falling star as you reach the right arm. So you roll into the inner arch of the back foot and the outer arch of the front foot. Lift the hips higher. Lift up from the left shoulder. Release. Come on back down. Right palm down. Lift the left leg high to the sky. Down dog split. Reach it all the way to the ceiling. Then lift the right heel away from the mat. Engage the left glute. Keep the left leg straight. And then slowly start to release the right heel down to the mat as you keep the left leg lifted. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose, round through the spine, turn the chin to the chest, lift it a little higher, then gaze forward. Step the left leg all the way forward to low lunge. Seal your back heel down to the mat. Maybe create a little bit of a distance in between the heels, like hip distance. Make your back leg as strong as you can. Core is on. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. Now start to work your right hip forward as you pull the left hip back. Feel the connection with the back heel. Engage your right leg, lift the right inner knee away from the mat. Now keep that strong connection in your back leg as you maybe dropping the front thigh a little bit deeper. Slowly with each inhale, you're encouraging the length of the spine. With each exhale, see if you can drop the left thigh a little bit deeper. Bring the arms by your side, turn the palms forward, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull the left hip back, turn the right hip forward, and start to lean forward. Now you can feel the connection with the back heel even more. Your chest, your spine is the extension of your back leg. We'll engage the back foot, push the back of the outer arch of the back foot down to the mat, lengthen through the neck, deep inhale, hold with your exhale. Then inhale, lift up the arms, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Adjust your feet again the way you need. Widen your stand a little bit more, turn the back toes in, and check onto the left knee. Make sure the left knee is pointing straight forward. You're dropping it down to the mat. Tug the tailbone under, soften the shoulders away from the ears. 5 more breaths here. Reconnect with the back leg, the back heel. Keeping the spine long, pulling the belly in. Constantly working on turning the left knee forward as you pull the left thigh bone back into its socket and soften the left inner thigh all the way forward. 2 more breaths. See if you can do it deeper. Maybe your left thigh is going to come parallel to the mat. And flip your left paw and reverse your warrior. Reach it all the way back. Lift up from the left side body, lift up from the right side body, and reach the left arm all the way back behind. Your back leg is still strong. There's not a whole lot of a body weight onto your right leg. The right fingertips just gently touching your right leg. Exhale, lift the hands down to the mat. Come into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Good. And then come on down onto your forearms, onto your elbows. Bring your feet together. Drop the hips to the right. Keep both forearms down. Then come back to center. Drop the hips to the left. Keep both forearms down. Then come back to center. Separate your feet a little wider. Then drop the hips again to the right so your feet are staggered. Then lift the hips and drop them down. Lift the hips and drop them down. Both forearms down onto the mat. 8 more times. 7. Slowly. 6. 5, 4, slowly, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come back to center. Feet out a little wider than hip distance and drop the feet out to the left. Keep both forearms down onto the mat. Drop the hips to the left and then lift and lower and lift and lower. Really feel the left side oblique working super hard. Work as slow as you can. Feel those deep abdominal muscles turning on here. Good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Come back to center. Walk the toes in towards the elbows. Dolphin pose. Hold it there. 3 breaths. Press down through the forearms. Keep the elbows shoulder distance apart and the wrists shoulder distance apart. Soften the knees if you need it. Then gaze forward and see if you can lift both forearms away from the mat and come on into downward facing dog. If you can lift them up together, don't worry about it. Lift them separately. Come back, downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, or the halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Bend your knees, chair pose, Uttanasana. Lift up the arms. Drop the thighs down towards the mat. And shift the body weight back to your heels as you make your toes super light. Soften the inner shoulders away from the ears. Turn the pinkies slightly towards each other. And lengthen out through the outer armpit all the way into the pinkies. Slow deep inhale. And exhale. Bring the hands to your heart center. Lift up your heels. Balance onto your toes. And slowly start to drop the thighs even deeper. Even deeper. Hold. Lift the heels higher. And slowly release the hips all the way down to your heels. Bring the knees aligned with the hips. Hold it there, balance. Balancing on your toes. Focusing on the center of the body, focusing on your breath. Good, then slowly release, coming all the way down to your mat. Good, now we're gonna do a little bit of a core exercise here. Starting with a simple boat pose, Shavasana. Grab behind the knees, roll the shoulders back. Neck is nice and long. Just gently tuck the chin to the chest so it's not like throwing the head back. Keeping the nice long neck here. Then lean back. The body weight goes in between the sit bones and the tailbone, finding that soft spot that you can balance. Lift the knees, the heels a little higher. Pull the belly in. Instead of rounding, see if you can straighten out through the spine. Then reach the arms forward. Slowly lower down, low boat, extend the legs, bring the eyes and the toes in one line. Then as you exhale, pull the right knee in, and inhale. Exhale, left knee in, inhale. Exhale, right, inhale. Exhale, left, inhale. Exhale, right, inhale. Left, inhale, one more round, right, inhale. Left, inhale, and hold it here. Now with the next exhale, you're going to go back into boat pose, Shavasana. Exhale, lift it up. Hold it here. Deep inhale. Maybe start to straighten out through the legs. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Palms are turning towards each other. Good job. Then release the legs down to the mat. Alright, so you're going to place the hands a little bit in front of the hip joint. And what we're going to do, we're going to lift the right leg. And then we're going to lift the left leg. So you should feel the lower abdominals working here super hard. So hands are not next to the hips, a little bit more forward. And lift right leg, and left leg, right leg, and left leg, and right leg, and left leg. Now you can continue this, or there's a harder variation. When you come onto your fingertips, you keep the legs lifted and go there. So your legs are not touching the mat. Oh my gosh, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. All right, come on down onto your mat. We're gonna come into eagle. Right leg over the left leg. You can find a simple bind, a full bind. And then your right elbow goes underneath the left elbow. You can grab onto opposite shoulders or find a full bind. Exhale, crunch up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. 6 more times. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, reach. Crunch and reach. Shh. Inhale. exhale, inhale, 2 more, inhale, exhale, inhale, crunch up and hold it there, hold everything up, come on, let the shoulder blades up, hold, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, release, good, hug the knees to your chest, good, another side, right away, left leg over the right, cross the left elbow underneath the right, grab on opposite shoulder, find your bind, exhale, crunch up, inhale, reach, exhale, crunch, inhale, reach, exhale, crunch, and inhale, reach, come on, 5 more, crunch, and reach, crunch, and reach, crunch, and reach, crunch, and reach, last one, crunch it up and hold it there, hold everything there, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, nice job, hug the knees to your chest, give yourself a nice squeeze, a nice hug. We're going to rock and roll back and forth. We're going to make our way all the way into a chair pose. If possible, try not to touch the mat as you come up. So do a couple rounds back and forth. It feels good, massaging out the spine. And then see if you can not use the hands and stand up into a chair pose. If you need to use the hands, of course, use the hands. Make your way into a chair pose, Tadasana. You're going to come into your right side eagle. Wrap the right arm underneath the left. Sit down nice and deep, lift up the right leg and wrap it around the left leg. Find your kickstand position if that serves you today. Find a bind, or maybe find a full bind. Then when you find your situation with the binds and arms, now make sure you bring the elbows and the knees in one line. Squeeze the inner thighs and the elbows together. Lift the elbows all the way shoulder height. Soften the inner shoulders away from the ears and start to send the forearms all the way forward. Feel the opening in between the shoulder blades. Deep, slow inhale. Go down a little bit deeper, exhale. And slowly start to round down. Bring the elbows down to your knees. Round through the spine. Squeeze everything together. Good, lift up the chest. Come back into your eagle with control all the way up. Then exhale, release. Hands by your side, Tadasana man pose. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana, lift up the arms. Eagle on the left side, grab the left arm underneath the right. Then lift up the left leg and wrap it around the right. Kickstand bind, full bind. Bring the elbows and knees in one line. Lean back, tuck the tailbone under. Squeeze your outer hips. Pull the belly in. Find that nice long line from the fingertips all the way to the toes. Focus on your breath. Squeezing all major joints here, then sending fresh blood back into those joints. Slowly start to round down, bring the elbows down to your knees. Round through the spine, focus on your breath, move slowly. And slowly and gently start to rise back up, lift up the chest, focus. All the way back into your eagle pose. Lean back, then release. Hands by your side, Tadasana, mountain pose. And we're going to come into tree pose. Bring the right, sole of the right foot into the left inner thigh, or maybe down underneath your left knee. Then start to turn the right knee out to the side, hands at your heart center. You can keep the hands at your heart, you can play with the hands, bring it up and overhead, behind your head. Just focus on the breath. And keep your focus in your belly button. Three more breaths. Creating this deep connection with yourself. And slowly release. Good, shifting the body weight over to the right foot. Keeping the same focus, lift up the left foot. Turn the left knee out to the side. Engage the left outer hip, the glute muscle, to guide your left knee away to open up to the left hip. Hands at your heart center. Maybe lifting up the arms, maybe playing with your balance if you like. Bring the palms to touch, you can gaze up, hands behind your back, like reverse namaskar. Feel how you're pressing down the right big toe mound, the right pinky toe mound, the center of the right heel. Good, and slowly release, bring the hands back to your heart center. Release the left foot next to the right. Figure four, come in on the right side. Lift up the right leg, one-legged Tadasana. Cross the right ankle on top of the left knee, bring the hands to your heart center. Then slowly start to sit back behind you. So what we tend to do here is going to bring the left hip out to the side. That's the tendency. So see if you can keep the hips standing straight back behind you. Flexing the right foot towards the right knee. Even if you don't go as deep into the pose, but keep the hips stably pushing back behind you in the same time. Hands at your heart. Spine is long. Allow the right knee to open up to the side. Maybe come more forward. Maybe bring the forearms down onto your right shin. Keeping the spine long, flexing the right foot to the right knee. Okay, slowly rise back up. Lift up the right leg, one-legged Tadasana. Inhale the arms all the way to the ceiling. Pull the belly in. Make your standing left leg as strong as you can. Then kick the right heel in front of you. Pull the belly in. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, send the right leg back behind you. Airplane wings. Turn the right toes down to the mat. Soften the standing left leg as much as you need. Try to straighten out the lifted right leg. Deep, slow inhale. Hands down to the mat. Come into a standing split. Lift the right leg high to the sky. You can hang out here if that feels good. Or you can come into a little bit of an arm balance, a little bit of a handstand practice. Palms are shoulder distance apart. Spreading the fingers. Lifting the right leg up. Bending the left leg. And push it up. A couple of these. And push it up. And maybe you find a wall. Maybe you don't need the wall. And balance. Couple of those push, try it out, or holding your standing split. A little bit of an injured leg. Get the forward fold at the top of the mat. Separate your feet hip distance apart. Grab onto your big toes with the index finger and middle finger. Lift up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Soften the crown of the head down. Lift the shoulder blades away from the ears. Push the elbows out to the side. Soften the muscles around the face. Release. Get toe heel your feet together. Hands onto your hips. Rise up all the way back into Tadasana, mountain pose. And then one-legged Tadasana, lift the left leg up. You're going to bring the hands at your heart center. And then cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Figure 4 on the left side. Again, watch the hip. This time, the tendency is to push the hips out to the right. Send the hips straight back behind you. Even if you cannot bend your right knee as much, or you cannot sit down as deep. Keep the hips level, pull the belly in. Deep, slow inhale. And hold with your exhale. So you choose, you stay up here, or maybe slowly with a flat spine, go forward, bring the forearms onto the left shin. And then slowly rise back up. One-legged Tadasana, lift up the left knee. Inhale the arms up and overhead. And kick the left leg in front of you, keeping the right leg straight. Leaning more forward, reaching more up. And then airplane wings. Reach the arms back behind you without touching the mat. Send the left leg back behind you. If you need to protect your hamstring on the right side or the left side, then bend your standing leg. But try to keep the lifted leg as straight as possible. Deep inhale, exhale, standing split. Hands down to the mat, lift the left leg high to the sky. Come on into your standing split. Maybe walk the hands closer to your right ankle. Maybe grab your right ankle with your right hand. You can even grab the calf behind it. Or you can come into another handstand practice. Swinging the left leg up. Bringing the right leg to meet the left. Keeping the elbows straight. Focus is on your breath. And slowly come to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Separate your feet hip distance apart. This time slide your hands underneath your feet. Turn the palms to the ceiling. Step onto the entire palm. With your toes touch the wrist crease. Inhale, lift up the chest. Exhale. Pull your upper body closer to your lower body. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Push the elbows out to the side. Steady your breath. Release the hands from underneath the feet. Toe heel your feet all the way mat distance apart. Let the toes to hang off of the mat as you turn the toes out. Then squat down into Malasana. Bring your hands to your heart. Thumbs are touching your heart center as you push the elbows into the inner knees. Lift up from the waistline, pulling the belly in. Pushing the elbows to the inner knees. Hold it here. If you'd like to add a little pro practice, feel free to bring the hands down to the mat and practice a little pro pose. Or just holding your Malasana, if that feels right. And if you'd like to go down into maybe a tripod headstand from your crow pose, feel free to do that. Maybe practice your chaturanga push-up from your crow pose, do that. And in 3 breaths, we're all gonna meet in downward facing dog. Make your way back to your down dog, hips high to the sky. Inhale your right leg high to the sky, bend the knees, stack the hips. Maybe circle the knee around a couple of times. Then as you exhale, send the right leg all the way forward into a right side pigeon. Make your right shin bone as parallel top of the mat as possible. Flex the right foot to the right knee. Point the left toes back behind you. Lift up the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Come down. Fold forward. Slow, steady breath in and out through the nose. Softening the muscles around the hip, around the right hip joint. Maybe you're coming down all the way to the mat. 5 more breaths wherever you are. And if half pigeon is not a good option for you, it starts to bug your knees or do anything else, you can always come to your back and do a figure 4. I'm going to show you quickly. Figure 4 is just like that. Good. And just gently lift up the chest. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. 3-legged down dog. And come on back into your downward facing dog. And going over to the left side. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, stack the hips, couple circles. And send the left leg all the way forward. Drop the left shin bone down. Point the right toes back. Lift up the chest. Inhale. And exhale. Come down. Soften everything down to the mat. Slow, deep inhale. And exhale. Maybe go a little bit deeper as you soften the muscles around the left hip joint. Slow, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale. Soften everything down. Gently start to come back onto your palms. Tuck the back toes under, lift the left leg high to the sky, 3-legged down dog. Release, come on down into your downward facing dog. Release the knees down to the mat, sit down onto your mat. We're gonna come into one right leg, the right leg out to the side in a 45-degree angle, and the left sole of the left foot comes into the right inner thigh. Dandana Shavasana, forehead to knee posture. Sit up nice and tall. Twist, bring the right hand onto the outside of the left knee and twist to the left. And come back to center, flex the right foot to the face. Inhale, lift up the arms. Exhale, start to fold forward. Lift up the chest. Inhale, exhale, soften everything down to the mat. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, switch it out to the other side. Left leg out, sole of the right foot comes into the left inner thigh. Soften the right knee down, right hand behind you, left hand onto the right knee and twist. Come back to center, flex the left foot, inhale, lift up the arms, and exhale, fold forward. Reach the chest forward, deep inhale, lengthen out from your lower back. Exhale, fold, even deeper. Good job, inhale, lift up the chest, bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees to fall out to the side. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale with a flat spine, start to lean forward, reach with the chest forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen through the neck. And then exhale, bring the forehead all the way down to your toes, round through the spine. Soften the knees away from each other. Soften the inner thighs and inner groins. Lift up the chest. Inhale, stretch both legs in front of you. Flex your feet. Maybe grab the flash from underneath you. Inhale, lift up the arms, reach more forward and up. And as you exhale, fold forward, grab onto your feet, your toes, your shins, whatever is available. Lift up the chest one more time. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale, melt all the way forward. Slow breath in and out through the nose. Connecting to your body, feeling the body from the inside. Lift up the chest, bend your knees, soles of the feet down onto the mat. Reach the arms forward and slowly roll all the way back down to the mat. Hug the knees to your chest, giving yourself a squeeze, giving yourself a hug. You're going to come into a gentle bridge pose. Bring the feet hip distance apart down onto your mat. Feet are perfectly parallel, arms by your side. Bring the shoulder blades a little closer onto your back and lift the hips up and away from the mat. Keeping the knees hip distance apart. Good, now lower the hips down and reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Then slowly lift up the hips and bring the arms by your side. We're going to do that 3 more times. Inhale, reach the arms, drop the hips. Exhale, lift up the hips, reach the arms by your side. Inhale, reach, drop the hips. Exhale, lift the hips, arms by your side. Last one. Inhale, reach. And exhale, lift it up. Now hold it here. Interlock the hands underneath the glutes. Tuck the chin to the chest. Maybe press the pinky edge of the palms further down to the mat as you keep the arms straight. Lift the hips a little higher, engage the glutes. And slowly release it down. Good, bring the knees to your chest, gentle squeeze. Pull the right knee into the right shoulder socket as you extend the left leg. Flex the left foot, energize to the back left leg. Push the back of the left knee down to the earth. Deep inhale as you pull the right knee out to the side. Exhale, supine twist. Assist the right leg over to the left, gaze to the right. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. We're going to come back to center. Hug both knees to your chest. Neutralize the spine. Switch. Right leg long. Left knee comes into that shoulder socket. Your right foot is flexed. Your right leg is engaged. Pull the left knee out to the side. Tuck the chin to the chest. Deep, slow inhale. Exhale, bring it all the way out to the right. Bring the left arm into a goalpost. Deep inhale, gaze softly over the left shoulder. And exhale. And come back to center. Hug both knees to your chest. Wrap the forearms around the shins. Lift the forehead all the way to the knees. And then gently release yourself down into your final Shavasana. Separate your feet, hip distance apart. Arms by your side. Maybe bring them a little further away from the body as you turn the palms up. Soften the muscles around the face. And in fact, scan the whole body from the crown of the head all the way to your toes into the fingers. To make sure that the whole body is relaxed. There's no area in the body that you're still holding on any tension. Just let it go. Feeling yourself safe right here, right now. Just simply tuning with the breath. Let go of the breath control. Just simply watch the breath, observe. Feeling your whole body just slowly melting into your mat. If you'd like to stay in your Shavasana for a little longer today, please stay. If you'd like to move on, gently turn the head from one side to the other. Slowly start to move your toes. Maybe feel every single toe as you start to move them. Do the same thing with your fingers. Roll the wrists out, the ankles out. Reaching the arms up and overhead, taking a full body stretch here. Then exhale, pull the knees to your chest, giving yourself a nice squeeze, a nice hug. Rolling over to your right side. Press yourself up into a comfortable seat. Cross your shins, Sit up nice and tall, hands at your heart. Bow in front of your heart, tuck the chin to the chest. Tune in with the breath, feeling your heartbeat. Slowly lift the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Gently lift the gaze to the ceiling. Blink your eyes open. Together we bow forward, staying into our practice. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming on this Friday morning and practicing with me. It's always a pleasure to be here, be your guide. If you like to find some more yoga classes, please visit Aura 7 Yoga on YouTube. We upload a bunch of videos up there, so you can find this style of quarantine yoga videos, as well as other yoga videos and yoga tutorials. There's an awesome crow pose tutorial, so if you want to practice your crow pose, head over there. You find a free crow pose tutorial. It's gonna get you in no time into your crow pose. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and see you guys back on Monday.